Okay, the difference is this is a cover I had over there in the parts bin, and if you can see this bracket right here, you see that big old long bend? It's only got 2 spot welds in it, but those seems to not break. It's a real good spot weld. Occasionally you'll find one that has one of them broke loose, but this is one. That's one version of this bracket, the strong one, and this being the one that I just braced, the early model, the little skinny one that don't have the brace on it. So that's the difference between the 2 covers. And actually, visually they're the same. Most of the time, the one with this bracket will have a long screw in it, and most of the time the one with this bracket will have a small set screw in it, Allen type, and as always, the repair you make will depend on what you've got to work with. This is the kick pedal part, and I was going to do something there, and I said I probably ought to put that on camera there before I go to grinding on it. And can y'all see that looking at the end of it right there where it's got a bow in it like this right here? If you put the square up on it, you see where it's got that high place right there in the middle? Okay, that high place right there, that needs to be level straight across there so that when I bolt it back on to this thing right here, that's flat right in there, and that bolts right on there. If this thing right here has got that hump in it, when you bolt it on there, it'll wobble. So what you have to do is make this surface right here flat all the way across there. So there's a couple of ways to do that, but what I have elected to do on this particular one right here is I'm going to grind away. It's only high from this bolt hole down to the end, so it's perfectly good condition other than that. So what I'm going to do is just grind that away right in the middle to make the repair. I could put it on the anvil and whop it with the hammer, but this is cast iron, and you don't want to be whopping nothing with the hammer if you don't have to. So this is just the way I'm going to do it. I'm not recommending it to nobody else. Okay, I kind of think that's all that I should take off with the grinder. It wasn't very much, but it didn't need to be very much. Now what I'm going to do it now is clamp it in the vise over there and take the file and file that perfectly flat right there. Then I'll show it to you. And I did remove only the amount of metal that was required to true that up, all the way from up here all the way down through yonder. I did only remove the amount of metal that was necessary. The reasoning is this part fits on this part, and you get 2 bolts right there. If that thing is rounded, then it will wobble like this right here. But if that's flat, when you tighten it up there, then it will be a good true joint. So I mean, it had to be repaired. So just make the choice of how you're going to do it and get her done. A quick shot of these parts that have been cleaned, ready for, I'm going to prime these parts and set them aside, but this will bring us up to now. Cleaning and priming. It's what I've been doing here for a couple hours. This is the results of that endeavor. It's getting better. As you can see, this is quite clean, and these wire brushes right here, you get these are worn. As you can see, that's quite clean. And these wire brushes, they all started as a larger size, and I have wore them down through the years. You want the one that fits in the holes snugly. And you go through each hole, clean out the rust, go through all holes and everything, and you go through it from opposite sides. Clean the holes out as good. They need to be as clean or cleaner than the outside. And the whatever size is appropriate for the holes or the shape, then you use that wire brush. And keeping in mind that this tank top, this cast iron, it has not been washed with water as yet. It just no need to. It's as clean. What I'm going to do now is I will prime, then I will turn it over after the primer is dry. I will turn it over and I will wash the bottom with m.e.k, and I will put 2 coats of cream tank sealer on there. I think it'll be good enough. It's just that's about all I can do with her.